Okay, so we look at LA Noire at 21:9. Now this title is a real gem to me. Whilst it has its downfalls and occasionally a restrictive gameplay, I still love what you do and the world that it's set in. It's all just brought so far down by its massive technical limitations on PC, thanks to classic, pre-GTA 5 I should say, Rockstar PC support. So first let's go over the ultrawide issues first, and then we can go into general PC problems. There is no native 21:9 support, however Flawless Widescreen and Widescreen Fixer both have solutions to this problem. I went with Flawless Widescreen as it's a staple for me with so many games now. These solutions aren't perfect, but they do turn an unplayable game, really, into a far more enjoyable experience. So once you've installed the LA Noire plugin on Flawless Widescreen, go ahead and load up the game. By the way, make sure that the FOV fix, menu fix, and custom resolution fix tick boxes are all green. Now when you click play in Steam, a Rockstar pop-up box will first appear. Click the options settings, and at the bottom of this, in a command line section, type in -windowed. I'll put this in the description. Then put your graphics settings to whatever you want and start up the game. Now it will be 16:9 until you go into the graphics settings in game and change your resolution to your proper one, your native one that you want to run at. So for me it's 3440 by 1440 at 60 FPS. And there you go, it will work at 21:9 correctly now. Unfortunately you will have to do this resolution selection every time you start up the game, but it doesn't take long. This brings me to my second point. The game is natively locked at 30 FPS. The widescreen fix and widescreen fixer allow for the FPS to be bumped up to 60, which is obviously a must-have. I did try sticking in 95 just to see if anything would change, but it seems 60 is the highest we can go. Now once you've done all this, there is some pop-in on the sides, but very minimal. The HUD shifts correctly to the sides of the screen, and the in-game menus lose the very bottom of the first game menu option. Just the quit and restart buttons are cut off, well, half of the restart. And if you're not even in a mission, then it's just half of the quit is hidden. And if you know how to navigate these menus, which it's not hard to learn, then you'll have no problem, because all the other pages of the menus are perfectly visible. Cutscenes are all 21:9 with a full view on the sides, and there's no stretching, zooming or black bars present. It's beautiful. The map is slightly off. It kind of works at 21:9 but also doesn't. So as you see on the screen, the sides of the map glitch in and out as you move around. But the second you zoom in to view the map closer up, it correctly uses all the sides of the screen with no problem. It's just when you're fully zoomed out. The legend also sticks to the very left-hand edge correctly. Finally, the main menu is perfectly supportive of 21:9, showing off more of the dark street on the sides of the screen, and all the menu items remain in their correct positions. And loading screens are the same as at 16:9, but the grey leather background effects extends to fill the rest of the screen nicely. Now my biggest problem with this game is the FPS. Even when at 60, it just doesn't feel smooth. I can't describe the feeling, but you should be able to see what I mean in the video. If you look at the car, or Phelps himself, or anything really close to you, it moves smoothly when you're turning the camera. But look at a building far away and it just feels to stutter. It looks uncomfortable. It's really annoying. I don't know how to explain it, and I hope you can see what I'm talking about. But it's definitely not a perfect 60 FPS. However, I'm not complaining because it's definitely a far sight greater than having it locked at 30, so massive thanks to the developers or the hackers who did this. My other gripe is the camera movement is so slow, even on the highest setting, and I don't know why it's limited to such a slow pace. I'm so used to flicking around, and I don't know, it just felt very slow personally. Performance-wise, on a GTX 980 Ti, I could maintain a steady 60 FPS with all settings on quality and the top anti-aliasing and anti-traffic filtering, but being an old Rockstar release, I doubt it runs well on other systems, sadly. They just aren't known for it. But as I said, whilst there are a huge host of problems plaguing this title, the underlying fact is I still love it. The setting is beautiful, the storytelling is like any Rockstar game, absolutely perfectly executed, with a brilliant pace and slowly increasing depth to the main story and Phelps' personal development and the individual cases you tackle. It really is just a brilliant game. Yes, you can't fly planes or have massive car shootouts, but for me, bar the issue of having an open world with little to do in it, which is annoying, and just meant it didn't feel quite as alive as it could have, it really nailed the pacing and the gameplay fits the story it's telling. I would love a proper PC release of a sequel to this, with beautiful graphics, full aspect ratio and resolution FPS obviously, and with a world that is full of people, not limited to Xbox 360 and PS3 power, and you would just have a phenomenal title on your hands. But I really don't expect it to ever get a sequel, as it just didn't perform as well as Red Dead and GTA, which is sad, as it pulls off something no other detective-style game ever has in my view. It's just got a much larger scope and just executes it so well. Anyway, I hope that gives you some information on how the game runs at 21:9. Give this video a like if you found it helpful, and subscribe for future info. For any other games at 21:9, head over to my channel. Hopefully I've covered it. If I haven't, then leave a comment down below and I'll try and cover it. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, then links to my Patreon page are in the description. See you later.
This is a military project, gentlemen.
Can you state your business?
Detectives, Phelps and Biggs, LAPD. We're investigating the explosion. We have reason to believe there may be a link to Hughes' aircraft.
I'm sorry, I can't help you there, Detective. Without authorization from military HQ, you won't be...
Good day, miss. Can that thing really fly?
Mr. Hughes believes so. Amazing, isn't she? So, this is the spruce. Great.
Latitude 24 degrees, 15 minutes north. Longitude 76 degrees, 0 minutes west. Let's see where this is exactly. The Bahamas. Somebody's already got their maiden flight planned. Bringing the watch are a match for our John Doe. He's obviously the competitive bid. Can you get this over to Lockheed so we can get a name for this guy?
It's already on its way.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down in 1 round.
It's okay, guys. Just a little experiment.
Can you guys knock it off? Everyone's still jumpy from that bang this morning.
Very funny, Ray. You just took a couple years off my life expectancy.
Did the same trick to me about an hour ago.
Stay in cover! Get in cover! Stay down.